Greetings and salutations, folks, and welcome back to Control, where now that I actually have a little bit more time so that I'm not like stretching out an episode for longer than it probably needs to be, let's break out this hotline, see who you can call. Maybe they watch some videos from Dr. Casper Darling about what the hotline is.
Darling calling. In 1978, a comms department intern heard the hotline ring and picked it up, going against every safety protocol in the manual. She never recovered, and the handful of witnesses required extensive memory repression therapy. It is a phone. It's an object of power. It doesn't connect to any typical network. A direct line to the astral plane and the board. And my hypothesis is, under the right conditions, to other planes of existence as well.
Although it's probably very hard to test out if you can't use it without it damaging you.
Can answer it safely, and what he hears is kept classified.
Yeah, I would imagine that makes it very difficult to study the hotline.
All right, take this down. The situation in Cuba has been evaluated by the relevant authorities.
Do I already have this?
Illness affecting the staff.
Yes, I do. I already went through that last time.
It took us a long time to learn how to stabilize the control points, the ley lines, the meridians of the oldest house. Darling found a way to soothe this beast. We discovered we must cleanse control points of all interference. It's my duty as the director, like Northmore before me. I couldn't manage it in my own house, at my home. I'll damn well do it here. Without the control points, the oldest house would swallow us alive. We'd be sealed inside an endless labyrinth. No one would hear our screams. If an enemy ever managed to corrupt the control points, it'd be over fast, spreading like a cancer, leaping over the fire breaks like a crown fire. They are the weak point. Darling was right about that. He's wrong about everything else. Dangerously wrong. Suspiciously wrong.
Moo?
Has he been compromised?
Suspiciously wrong, as if he's wrong purposefully. Also, the entire idea of like a shifting building that is like possessed by a spirit or something is very much House of Leaves. Although it's kind of odd that I'm using the
These people know the secrets of the Bureau as well as I do.
Okay, I already watched this.
Even better. They have
I think.
proven themselves. Darling.
Yeah. It's interesting that this is used as a way to watch old movies or cinematics.
I can hear the hotline ringing in my dreams, constantly ringing. Ringing so loud I can't hear the voice I'm straining to understand. Why don't I pick up? It's a secure line of communication with the board. They would tell me what I need to know. Do I fear their answers? Would they have warned me of this threat? I didn't see it coming. The traitor in our midst. A conspiracy plotted right behind me. I can't trust anyone. I must assume all my intel has been manipulated. The hotline is the only channel I can trust. Bind it, control it. The rule and the ritual with objects of power. It can't be tampered with. The lifeline to the astral plane and the board. I must seek guidance. Soon. I'll rest first. I'm so tired. Always tired now. But I must reach the hotline. I think I'm under attack. An attack of dementia, exhaustion. It's a rain cloud making me forget. The hotline. I must reach the hotline.
Also, James McCaffrey, who is the voice of that character. I would definitely enjoy listening to him narrate a lot of things.
Jesse, did you get the hotline? I mean, how is it out there? The comms, the hiss? Sorry, you made it. I'm glad.
I got the hotline.
I got the hotline. I don't know what the judge is saying now.
Incredible. What did he say?
He talked about his management team. People who knew the Bureau's secrets. Your boss, Darling. Tomasi, but he's gone. He's gone. Salvador?
Oh?
He's the head of security.
And Marshall?
Helen Marshall is head of operations. She's tough, ex-CIA. She took her Rangers and went to the research sector to secure the HRA production. She hasn't come back.
I would imagine it's very odd that the only way you know about
How do I get there?
the people involved is because of a dead man's
You can
echoes.
perform a directorial override to lift it, but that can only be done in the maintenance sector. Normally, you take the sector elevator down there. It connects all the sectors. But
In order to lift the lockdown, you have to go to the maintenance area, but you can't go to the maintenance area without lifting the lockdown.
Jesse, look, with no prep, no training, in this extreme situation, you are doing phenomenally well. And
I am
all
pretty
that
awesome.
seem to affect you. I mean, I would love to run some tests on you. If you agree, that is. We could find out something that would help us.
Tests. I don't know. She might find out about you.
But then you were almost willing to
But I
talk
wouldn't
about
mind understanding more
this
myself.
other self earlier,
Okay.
so
If you think it will help.
Great. I'll check the internal documentation for any lockdown bypasses. We need to get these sectors open to locate Darling and Marshall.
And I'll look for.
I will be
leads on
very
the internet.
disappointed if Darling is
The sooner
dead.
we find one, the sooner I reach this override.
Okay. Is that the janitor? It would make sense that the janitor would have a means of accessing the Department of Maintenance, though. Although a lot of these camera angles are very sinister. I was trying to remember the right word for it, and I feel that's sinister, especially like the camera sweeping over the. It was hard to tell, like if it's a wall, is it a floor, is it a ceiling, like the grid lines. Just the red light illuminating these industrial areas is very, very sinister. Hold on. Upgrade abilities.
Hi, Jesse.
Okay, you got nothing to
Thanks,
say.
Sally. I'm sure I'll have more questions soon.
Just let me know.
Alright. So I got some personal mods. Don't need that. And I also acquired a new hotline video. We are at war/hostile takeover. The Hiss is the opposing force/foreign power. We will provide countermeasures/strategy, accept/ingest them at the control points. These countermeasures/missions will benefit you. We will give you resources/rewards for each completed countermeasure, aka side missions. Let us go find out what these side missions
Do you hear
are.
that? Someone's singing. Where's it coming from?
I don't hear that at all. Also, initial encounters with the entity known as the Hiss. have revealed various behavioral facts. Most notably, the hiss is able to invade or corrupt control points, altered items, and even humans, radically changing their behavior. Curiously, any person wearing one of the wearable HRA devices that Dr. Darling has been distributing over the past few weeks was not affected by this corruption. The only known exception to this fact is the new director, Jesse Faden, who possesses an inherent immunity to the hiss. This could indicate that she has already been corrupted, but her behavior is so in contrast to that of the other hiss that I have dismissed the theory. My final observation comes from Miss Faden herself. She is able to cleanse material and organisms of the hiss corruption. We tested this ability on a hiss corrupted entity, but unfortunately the process seems to kill the host. Perhaps the host physiology becomes reliant on the hiss. Okay, so there's the question of how come the hiss is not able to enter Jesse's body, which my first assumption is that...
Sounds like it's coming from the elevator.
Pope wants us to get a field lab set up as soon as possible.
With what? We can't get any equipment from the research sector until the internal lockdown is lifted.
And see what you can find around here. Computers, documents, any measuring devices you can find. Helping Pope is a surefire way to get on Darling's good side.
They're still trying to figure out how to get themselves promoted, even when the whole place is screwed. The reason why the hiss can't push into Jesse is because there's already an entity within Jesse.
Incantation, she calls it.
You mean like in person?
In person.
Alright. More health sounds good. I'm never going to learn how to pronounce that word. A paratiliterian. Actually, let's go for a little bit of each. Some more energy. Some melee damage. And I have now unlocked a weapon form slot. And some launch damage.
With a pencil and paper.
Oh. Shatter has high stopping power with a scatter shot that devastates group enemies. So basically shotgun. Oh, that's what those undefined readings and house memories are. For some reason I thought those were like files that needed to be deciphered, but they're actually just other materials.
I think she's trying to get us killed.
Alright, let's take a look at, make sure that's... Damage while low on health, projectile speed. That's kind of odd. Why would I want slower projectile speed? And also, let's take a look at these countermeasures. Kill enemies without dying. You are needed / irreplaceable / replaceable. Agreed. Okay. Kill hiss guards. Okay, so it's not really a side mission, it's more of just a goal. Kill enemies using melee. Alright, so I probably should just do that first because I only need to do 5 of those. Using grip. Grip sword reliable is standard. They will expect it. I don't think I have that. Which is why I can't accept it. Or maybe I can only do 3. Huh. Okay. So now I have to search for a way into the maintenance sector. But unfortunately, Um... It is not quite highlighted on the map. I think. It's a directorial override, so my first thought would be that
If we stay here, we're just gonna end up turning.
I probably should go to the director's office. Maybe look for something over there.
So we're stuck here. The monster.
Alternatively, executive affairs might have something, or at the very least, it'll have some guys I might be able to kill. Excellent. At the very least, I can try out the scattergun. There's the bathroom. Another bathroom is over there. Yeah, let's head over to the director's office, and then maybe we can search outwards from there, since it's not really that much of a trek to the director's office. Although, like, right now, Central Executive is highlighted. So, I'm going to take that as an assumption that that's where I need to be. And smash up a few things while I get there. They did mention something about the elevator. Examination of paranatural topics, objects of power, and their paratility. Their paranormal utility. Okay. Thusly, paratilitarians. Objects of power are unique in their capacity to grant certain individuals paranatural abilities. We call these individuals paratilitarians. The potency of these... I learned how to pronounce paratilitarian, but now regular words defy me. The potency of these abilities depends on the paratilitarian. Using the redacted object of power as an example, some paratilitarians can achieve a throw distance of redacted, while others are only capable of as little as redacted. See Dr. Darling presentation for more information. What exactly determines an individual's paranatural competence is unknown, but it is largely believed that some redacted exists within the body, and that, like all muscles, it can be exercised. To continue my analysis, I have officially requested access to the Northmore records, Northmore apparently being the previous director before Trench. I have officially requested access to the Northmore records, considering he is one of the most accomplished paratilitarians the Bureau has ever seen. Dr. Darling is still considering the request. I don't know if I finished the topic, but like how Jesse got into the building maybe has something more towards the idea that the entity, maybe like Jack Nicholson's character from The Shining, like she has always been the director, much as Jack Torrance, I think is the character's name, much as Jack Torrance has always been the caretaker of the hotel. Let's see, you are a 4. There's the director's office. There's some room. There's got to be at least... there's got to be some more areas that I haven't actually explored. Some other locked... room. Like somebody mentioned a service elevator. Alternatively, I could try to make my way backwards through the building, towards where I had previously seen the janitor. There's the boardroom.
What happened to Booker? To Smith?
There's the jukebox room. Ah, sector elevator.
Time to work. Meet me in the maintenance.
Am I still considered his assistant?
Like I said before, the janitor is a friendly face.
Is that a Sony Walkman? Also, for some reason, I thought the elevator was keeping me out of the maintenance area. I thought I would have to do something else to unlock it. But I guess I don't, which I suppose keeps things simple. Or maybe maintenance is always accessible. Or maybe the janitor makes maintenance accessible at all times. Yep, I definitely learned from the fight against Tomasi.
If I can find Ahti here, he can help me reach the override. Maybe it was you who got me into the oldest house with the lockdown on. Maybe it was Ahti. It felt like he made the elevator appear that took me to Trench's office. Is Ahti guiding me too?
So then who is Ahti? He's not actually listed as a custodian. Is he also an echo? Unless you review by Captain Lopez. These days, most young adult novels intertwine the coming-of-age story with either a contrived dystopian setting or a tragic romance, unless you manage to do both. In the story, the protagonist and her love interest search for a cure to a virus called the Fix, which kind of sounds like the Hiss, which is simultaneously killing her and spreading across the whole world. To find the cure, they go on expeditions into dangerous, uncharted territories. The people all live in walled cities now because dystopian future, and along the way they just have to fall in love. I liked how we never got to know if the fix was ever actually fixed. The ending was bold, especially for young adults. The main character succumbs to the fix when she's so close to the cure and commands her love interest to go on and save the world. She knows this is the end for her, but that the job can still be done. She dies in the unknown, alone and surrounded by danger, but never loses sight of the goal. That's a good soldier's death. I give this book 3 out of 5. I feel most of the teenage angst is a little lost on me, but I recommend it to my brother's kids, because my brother's kids are gonna love that teenage angst. They're just gonna eat it up. They're just gonna be like, oh, this book understands me in ways that you don't, Dad and Uncle, even though you somehow knew that I would like it. Hold on. Ventilation. For some reason I thought that said something completely different.
The directorial override is right there, in the control room. How do we get there?
Also, there's a lot of, like, super soldiers in there. Like, they definitely seem like I'm going to be fighting against them. Like, there's no way there's not going to be a fight. Alright. Shotgun! Shotgun! Oh, I need to, use, Nope. I need to, melee some of these guys. There we go. Okay, now I can melee this guy. And now I just need to melee 2 more guys. Oh, this is a control point. Okay. There are a lot of these control points. But so far it doesn't feel like I'm going out of my way to have to unlock them. There hasn't been one that's been off the beaten path, shall I say. This is a very dense environment. Oh, hello. Ah. Hello, sir. Now I just need to melee 1 more person. Okay, now I will melee you and be done with that. Oh, hello. I wonder if I can go back to this control point, or can I, do I have to go back to, yep. I can go there. Collect my reward. Again, because I don't have grip, I can't learn that, acquire that. Weapon maneuvers, the service weapon tool / gift is your responsibility burden. Okay, so now I just have to kill enemies with the service weapon, which should be fairly simple because that's how I'm gonna... There we go. Anybody else want some? Also, pallet jack. Oh, hello. There we go. Oh, hello. How are you? Alright, everything seems to have calmed down. That requires a ranking of 4. Yeah, there's a lot going on in these maps. Although, to be fair, like, a lot of, like, this map especially kind of reminds me of Max Payne 2. Because of all of like, actually, Max Payne 1, 2, Quantum Break, they all feature a lot of industrial areas, a lot of warehouse-type areas. And one of the big differences that Max Payne 2 offered versus Max Payne 1 was it gave a lot more destructible environments. That was one of the big jumps, is like, now there's going to be ladders that come apart in the middle of shooting everything. There's going to be boxes that get knocked over.
What's down that way?
Okay, this is a very big area. Oh, is this a side mission? Oh, crap. Cleanse the merry-go-round horse object of power. Okay.
This place makes me nauseous. An object of power. How do you think it got down here? A carousel horse. Why is kid stuff always so creepy?
If I had to guess why kid stuff is creepy is because there's the expectation that children's stuff has a certain kind of... Ooh. Hold on. Hold on. The horse/choo-choo allows you to dash evade. Use it, prove escape it yourself. I have a dodge button. All right. So there's the expectation that a children's toy is going to have a certain innocence to it. I can air dodge? Okay. This is amazing. Gold enemies are immune to Jesse's attack. Alright. Oh, I forget that the melee attack jumps her forward. So I am way at the beginning. Now I will definitely rush through this. Damn it. That's kind of interesting. I screw up on that jump, and it sends me just before it. I fall down there. And then it sends me to the beginning. Success, end of level. You've proved elusive. You and the horse are now bound friends for life.
Let's see the Hess keep up with me now.
Alright. That was cool. Alright, now I should be able to... Yep. That is a very bright light. A little bit too bright. Or basically that light is there to be like, to hide the fact that there is no level beyond that point. Also, that was an interesting side mission. Like these goals of like kill this many with this gun. That's fine. You see a lot of games do that. But that was clearly a side mission. Did anybody understand that? If you did, please comment below what on earth that was.
Hey, man! What are you trying? I'm trying to talk!
I'm drawing the pyramid.
The what?
The pyramid.
What's a pyramid?
The Black Pyramid. It's in the astral plane.
Airplane?
Astral plane. It's big, white, and empty. Or is it?
Dun dun dun.
It's a weird, crazy alien dimension. The white goes on forever. You can get lost in all that white and never find your way back home.
Is that a tablet stylus? Or is that an actual pencil? No, that's an actual pencil. Also, why are there modem noises in the background? Okay, so yeah, that's where I came from. That's where I watched this strange puppet show, because clearly that's what Remedy needed to spend their money on. There's a level 2 ranking. Janitor's office in there. This area is so big. There is literally a poster of him standing in the exact same position on the door to his room.
It's place for congratulations. Yippee, saatana. It happened in the last drop. I truly need an assistant.
Funny thing is, I've been a janitor. I'm more at home in that role than as the director. Only Ati here seems to see that.
Yeah, hi, Ati. Look, we need to get the lockdown lifted, otherwise I can't get to the other sectors. Can you help me get to the override?
Yes, easy peasy. It's just around the corner. But first, we need to get you working. Very small, couple of hours job.
Something tells me it's gonna be more than that.
It's going to be 8 to 10 hours.
There's a dog buried in this. I can tell you are not yesterday's Krause's son.
What?
That's why you'll make a great assistant.
I'll take your word on all of that statements.
I'll hit the facts on the table. Mä kyllä sanon perkele suoraan, että this house has a vermin problem. A bad one.
Yeah. I would agree with that. I've been running into a lot of that vermin on my way here.
Power generators of a power plant, perkele. And the pensioner inside is starting to feel the band around his head tighten. The situation needs to be fixed before the plant blows up. And we all disappear like a fart in Sahara.
What does percolate mean?
To keep up with this.
Yeah, same here, Jesse. Same here.
Pumps and the power generators, otherwise the power plant will blow.
But don't you worry. I've left you clear instructions. You'll catch the end of the thread before I go to my vacation. The work's on the task board here. You can do later, when you have time.
So according to Google Translate, the word perkele is Finnish for devil.
But don't worry at all. You'll take care of it, and soon this crisis gonna be last winter's snow. You better go now, so you don't have to run with your head as your third leg. The door in the back leads to the plant.
Which makes sense because Remedy is a Finnish company.
Thank you, Ati.
Sneaking in some Finnish words into their dialogue.
Yep.
Okay, so find a way to fix the plant, burn the trash around the furnace. Objects should be kept in a confined space when unbound, the merry-go-round horse. A fiberglass horse once used as a seat for a merry-go-round ride. The pole is still connected to the object. The object is capable of moving short distances at high speeds. This can be quite dangerous when redacted its path. The object is currently bound by redacted. The object was discovered at the site of an abandoned amusement park. Local redacted reported that the rides would move on their own, and that they would be chased out. When these rumors reached the Bureau, see America Overnight, episode 235. Agents were dispatched to investigate. 3 local redacted were found dead at the scene. The object attacked Agent Redacted by redacted. Agents invoked Formula C.5 to redacted the object long enough to redacted. You know, I wonder if there's ever going to be a point in the story in which the redacted parts get removed, or will they always be there? You've got to burn them. Burn it whole. The janitor on my shoulder tells me to burn things. Alright. So I need to still, I still need to shoot a whole bunch of bad guys in order to, ooh, dodge efficiency? Evade energy cost. Oh, that's interesting. And this leads back to this room, which I do not need to go.
Okay,
nope.
So what happens again if that thing blows up?
Power. Explosion. Too much. Director's duty. Keep the lights on. Northmoor was director before me. I never wanted his job. I never wanted power. I purposefully avoided it. Didn't trust it. Didn't want to rely on it.
So that makes him very much like Jesse.
About power.
Like she doesn't actually want to be the director.
Hungry for authority. For order. For more. Until it was too much. I had to find a solution in the end. Contain the situation. Northmoor never liked me, but he went along with it, to his credit. He didn't really have a choice. I suppose at the end of the day, a director's most basic duty is to keep the lights on. Here's to you, Northmoor. There were no prime candidates waiting in the wings, but I was there. Had been the whole time, keeping my head down, working my ass off.
In the trenches, so to speak.
I picked up the gun almost on a dare.
Which is definitely a daring thing to do anyway, considering that just the act of picking up the gun is very much life-changing. The gun still needs to choose you. Okay, how do I... Okay. I was gonna say, how do I dodge again? Also, pallet checks. An object of power escaped the Panopticon a couple weeks ago when they went everyone to keep an eye out for it. So if anyone sees a merry-go-round horse zipping around the sector, alert me immediately. Do not try to contain it on your own. And definitely don't bind it to yourself. It's a bit late for me on that one. Ah, the power plant. Hold on. Are those regular guys?
It's dangerous out here, lady. Go see Chief Arish. He's just inside. He'll help you.
Oh, okay. Hold on, let's go talk to Chief Arish real quick.
Ma'am! Hey! Chief Arish, FBC Security. Shouldn't you be in a safe room?
They all have HRAs.
And they think
On
that
the
she's
same
in
side.
danger because she doesn't have one.
My name is Jesse Faden. I'm here to perform the directorial override to get the lockdown lifted.
Yeah, Chief Arish, FBC Security. I'm just... Oh, hang on, you're the new director. It's a pleasure, ma'am.
Let's skip the formalities, please.
Right. Faden, ma'am. Look, as you can probably tell, it's a bit of a shit show down here. We've been holding our ground, but whatever's gotten into our buddies has them wrecking the coolant pumps and the power converters. The NSC keeps overheating, and my crews keep getting shot before they have a chance to make any repairs.
NSC?
Oh, sorry. Bureau jargon. It's what we call the power plant. You know, the big rumbling metal thing? Salvador, head of security, asked me to protect it in case of an attack. See, what's inside is dangerous. Dr. Darling seemed to know it would be a target.
What's inside the power plant is
A few
dangerous.
days ago, before everything went to hell. He was out of it.
Was that before things went bad or after?
Vulnerabilities and how he only had one large-scale HRA, but that he needed it somewhere else. Still, at least he gave us these personal HRAs before he left. Hey, did I mention that he was tearing his clothes off? Crazy dude.
Okay.
I only knew the hiss was coming.
Listen, I love playing
Well,
for
that's
the West
technically
Coast
not
next
news
guy,
at
but
this
we
point.
have got to get the water and electrical systems repaired before this baby blows. I'll have my guys unlock the doors out of here for you.
I'll take care of it. You stay and keep the hiss away from the plant if you can.
The hiss? That's what we're calling him? Oh, that's good. Oh, listen, the radios aren't working, so if you find my boss Salvador out there, could you please ask him what the plan is? I'm sure he will have one by now.
If you believe in dreams and such, anything is possible,
Sure
sir.
has a lot of faith in his boss.
Although that also goes to show how much the lines of communication have fallen. If he doesn't even know that they're calling it the hiss. Simon, I got your message. Yeah, if someone in the sector is asking about Ati, just tell him you'll handle it and leave it at that. Under no circumstances should any personnel intervene with his day-to-day routine. I told you everything I know about him so you could better deal with his odd habits, but yes, it's still very much a classified matter. Also, I saw your report about the quarry worker who wandered into the Foundation. Detaining him was the right move. We'll figure out what he saw before we decide on next steps. Cheers, Lynn. P.S. In case you hadn't noticed, something is up between Trench and Darling. I know this isn't your strong suit, but try your best to stay out of it. Also, is Ati an object of power? Huh. Weird. Did that work? Okay, looks like I can level something up. Do I want more launch damage, more melee damage, more energy? I'll toss that all into health, because I could always be healthier.
When the converters and coolant pumps are working again, we should be able to get this baby back down to a safe temperature. I hope.
What do you know about the hiss?
Not much, only what I've seen. Well, they use the same
Well, he didn't
tactics
even know what their
Salvador
name
used
was
to
up
make
until
it
now,
like
so.
this, having completely erased the people inside, which is a pretty fucking horrible thought. Or they're just using whatever they find in their victims' heads. In any case, they are really eager to get inside the power plant.
Why do you think that is?
Shit, I don't know. They want to make my life harder?
What do you do here, Arish?
Security chief of the maintenance sector. I make sure all the weird shit down here doesn't bother the maintenance crews. Learned everything I know from Salvador. The best security agent this bureau has ever seen.
And you like your job?
I love it. You know, everyone thinks that maintenance is the lowest rung on the ladder just because we fix pipes instead of writing memos, but I gotta be honest. These are the bravest people in the goddamn building.
Also, he's still got a tie, so.
I've done a few odd jobs with these kind of folks. They say what they mean. I like that.
What exactly is the power plant?
Listen, I only know what Salvador told me, but I know it generates all the electricity for the Bureau, and it's got 2 very simple rules. Rule 1, keep it below a certain temperature. Rule 2, don't ever open it. Oh, and 3, it's classified, so I shouldn't ask.
So basically, we're like RoboCop. There are 3 rules. 2 of them are known, and one of them is locked behind a classified rule set.
What do you know about the service weapon?
Not much. That thing is director only. Salvador told me by the time he saw Trench use it. Sounds like that gun can do some serious damage. Yeah, I did see pictures of it once, though, and it looks different to that thing you're carrying. You modded or something? It's new.
Is new a good thing?
Given the circumstances, I'd say new is our best bet.
You could say that new is our best shot.
Do you know this Ati guy?
Of course. He's my favorite coffee break buddy. Dude has got some crazy stories. And he probably knows more than anyone else around here, if you can make sense of what he's saying.
Any idea where he's from?
I'm guessing Sweden.
He's from where he's from. Look, there are just some stones that are better left unturned, you know?
I suppose.
I should be going.
Right.
Or maybe he just never asked. Or maybe he just couldn't gather it up from the conversation that he had with, the conversations he's had with Ati.
You need those pumps and converters online? She knows. She knows. I just wanted to make sure.
Thank you for watching. Questions, comments, recommendations for something to play next? Comment down below or send it on over to itsoundedgoodonpaper@gmail.com. That's itsoundedgoodonpaper@gmail.com. So long for now.